Hey guys, Matt just checking in here. I go to the chiropractor once a month, and the last 3 or 4 months, my shoulder's been hurting me pretty bad. And at first, he thought it was an impingement, but doing some more tests today, he feels now that it's tendinitis in the tendon that connects from the top of my bicep to my shoulder. And I'll try to splice a picture in here if I can, show you guys what I'm talking about. But your bicep has two tendons. One's called the long head and one's called the short head. And the long head connects up here into your shoulder, and there's another tendon that lays over the top of it in a T-like position. And they rub together and it gets really inflamed. So what he's having me do right now is ice it, and unfortunately, I shouldn't even be scratching my head like that. He doesn't want me to reach over my head with this arm. And as any of you know that are doing DDP yoga, that's pretty much impossible. I mean, I'll be able to do it with this side still, but I'm going to be doing some weird looking touchdowns with one hand and lowering this arm. And he said exercises from here down are fine. I just can't get it above shoulder level. So I did some research. You have to forgive my voice. I'm a little under the weather today. My kids go to public school, so they bring all that stuff home. First thing, when my wife gets home, I'm going to put on some KT tape. For anyone who doesn't know this, this is, I believe it's kinesiology tape. And you just put it in different positions and it relieves the pressure on whatever muscle you're trying to relieve. And I've used it before and it worked really well. Another thing I'm going to do, I'll be right back. For anybody who works out alone and can't afford to give massages all the time, or your significant other isn't really going to give you massages, then for 20 bucks at Walmart or 15 bucks on Amazon plus shipping, which makes it about 20 bucks, you can get this. It's a foam roller, and basically what you do is you put it on the floor and you kind of massage it against whatever muscle is ailing you. And you're using your own body weight. And I did a little research and found out the reason your muscles get sore is they get lactic acid in them. And what this does is, between pressing down on it with your body weight and rolling across it, it squishes out the lactic acid out of the muscles and the tendons. Last week I did it 2 nights in a row on this shoulder, and it felt 100% better. I should have stuck with it on a nightly basis, but sometimes you get lazy with the little things like icing and stuff like that. But I've been talking with some of my DDP yoga brethren, and they all tell me that icing really is the only way to go. Even though it's a yoga workout, you're engaging your muscles and you're pulling as hard as you can, like in row movements and whatnot. And it does tax the muscles. Stay hydrated, but that doesn't eliminate the lactic acid. I'll also be taking some Aleve, because some researcher did say take NSAIDs, which is naproxen sodium tablets. Aleve's nice because you only have to take it once every 12 hours. I always lose track of stuff like that. I have an iPhone. I could set alarms for it. I just don't. So what I'm going to do here in a bit is lay this on the floor, and I'm just going to take it and massage that area of the tendon with it. And then I'll put it behind my back. I'll do my hamstrings. I'll do my IT bands on the side of my legs are always so tight when I start my workouts. And when I do the catcher where you squat, the first couple ones really hurt. So I got to get those loosened up over some time. Another quick note here. If you're not doing DDP yoga, but you might be interested in supplements, I started selling Visalis recently. You can hit me up on any of my social accounts, and I'll help you out with that. But for anyone who doesn't know, go to Visalis.com. Visalis is a protein / meal replacement shake that tastes like cake mix. And, probably 8 in 10 people just love cake. It's like liquid cake, but it's gluten and dairy free. And people are just killing it with this stuff. Take one for breakfast, one for lunch, snack in between, and then have a sensible dinner like a lean protein and some vegetables. A friend I just made in Illinois, Randy, how's it going, buddy? He lost 25 pounds in 2 weeks using Visalis and doing DDP yoga. He does it at home, and he goes to my buddy Matt Hancock's classes at Hammer and Energy Fitness in Oglesby, Illinois. Speaking of which, something came today, finally. I've been waiting on this for a while. For joining Matt's Visalis team, or you can buy them separately, I got myself today. That looks backwards in the camera, but hopefully when I when I edit this, it'll be forward. Hammer's Energy Fitness Limited Liability Corporation, featuring DDP Yoga. That's Matt Hancock's company he started in Illinois. He's the first ever level 1 DDP Yoga certified instructor. And on the back, he keeps it real simple. Give it hell. That's what we're going to do. So I'll put that on in a second. I got an extra large. This shirt's actually an extra large. As you can see, it makes me look like I have a belly still because it's kind of tight, but I'll fit into it. So some more research I did today said, since you can't go over your head, shame on me, get something stretchy like a band. And this actually came with my wife's subscription to Fitness magazine. And the exercises they showed, it's not supposed to be a lot of heavy pulling, just enough to resist the tendons. Tuck your elbow against your side. If anybody out there's having shoulder issues, I'm not a doctor, not a physical therapist. Let me just put that disclaimer out there right now. But I did look this up on YouTube, and the video was made by a physical therapist. So I'm going to try it. I'll let you guys know how it goes. So you tuck your elbow in, and then you just flex to the side. Not up, to the side. And I can feel it just barely pulling a little bit there. Okay, the second one, I gotta turn a little bit here. Same thing, but you go the other way. Across your stomach like this. But I gotta do it this way so the band stretches. That one I can really feel. They say if the pain is unbearable to stop, but if it hurts a little bit, it's doing what it's supposed to. The other one is you just straighten and do a bicep curl. Come back a little bit, bicep curl. Back a little bit. Ooh, that's smart. But it feels good. It's going to feel better with that KT tape on there. Sorry about the lighting. My bathroom has twin lamps. The other room is really dim all the time, so filming doesn't come out very good. Anyway. So, I did start my own Visalis challenge. 25 pounds in 90 days. And since I can't do stuff over my head, I may be relying mostly on the shakes for a while to help me lose weight. Whew, that's smarts, guys. Any sort of like pulling just really hurts right now. I really actually, let's be serious here for a second. I really actually fear a rupture. I don't have a bicep rupture because they say it bubbles up down your arm, but I fear that T tendon there has either partially torn or my tendon is broken through. It still stays attached in your shoulder, but they say one of the symptoms of that is pain traveling down your bicep. My bicep about a third of the way down. It's not sore, but something doesn't feel right. So I'm going to alternate exercise and rest. I'm going to try the foam roller, see what happens. By the way, Matt, it'll probably shrink a little bit after I wash it, but this shirt fits awesome, bro. Big wrestling fan. RVD always did that, so that worked for me too. Anyway, people in Illinois, hit up Matt Hancock, Facebook, Matt Hancock, or Hammer Energy Fitness. Alright, so let's review real quick. Exercises. Elbow in, out, in, back. Foam roller. compresses the lactic acid out of the area, takes away soreness. Relieve, takes away inflammation. Water, water, water. Keep your body hydrated. If the exercises don't work, I'm just going to rest it, ice it. On for an hour, off for 2. On for an hour, off for 2. See how it goes. When I sleep, I like to, if I'm on my right side, have my arm up like this. Can't do that anymore. So I'm either going to have to sleep on my left side, which most cases I do the same thing, or I'm going to have to sleep on my back, which doesn't last very long. Excuse me. Anybody has sleep apnea knows you can't sleep on your stomach anymore when you're wearing the breathing machine because it covers your face. You know, I should show that to you guys. I've mentioned before that I had sleep apnea. My sleep doctor has been in the field for close to 30 years. I think he said 28 years. And I was horrified to find out I'm the 4th worst patient he's ever had in 28 years. It was unbelievable to me. When they tested how many times I stopped breathing during a sleep study, it was 129 times an hour. So over twice a minute, I would just stop breathing. And people out there, if you snore really heavily, there's a chance it's the onset of sleep apnea. So if you work somewhere that has awesome insurance, you should look into getting a sleep study done. People told me for years, you should get a sleep study done. You stop breathing while you're sleeping. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I just need to lose some weight and it'll be fine. Well, the thing was, I was so starved for sleep and my brain wasn't getting enough oxygen while I was asleep that I would get home from working and I would be like, work out, I can't do that. And next thing you know, I was 294 pounds, wearing a 40-inch pant. I'm 5'10". That is so not healthy. And if you guys have followed me at all, you've seen my progress. You've seen my before and after videos. Yes, I talk with my hands. Okay, so I'm going to grab my mask for my breathing machine real quick, and I'll show that to you. So, if you have sleep apnea, there's 6 different kinds. This is the one I'm using now. I was using a different one before, but it was very uncomfortable because it had a plastic piece that went from here up my forehead. So every night, I haven't been wearing a lot lately because I've been feeling a lot better, but I still wear it, and I guarantee you that was part of my weight loss. They told me when I did the sleep study, the guy that was hooking up my wires and stuff told me he lost 80 pounds in a year and a half after he got his machine, because this forces you to breathe. There's a machine that looks like a big CD player attached to the other end of this hose, and it just pumps air all night, and when you stop breathing, it forces it through your nose. If you're a person that doesn't like scuba diving stuff like that, because you don't like the air being forced, I mean, you just have to get used to it, because I was really close to dying in my sleep. So every night, this is what I do. Pop that baby on, plug it into the machine, turn the air on, and it forces it through all night long. But if you sleep on your stomach, you can't, because it just presses into your face. Sometimes my mouth falls open in my sleep, and my tongue gets dried out from the air blowing, because when it blows through your nose, it goes through the airwaves and out your mouth. It's actually something I played with when I first got the machine. I would just hold my mouth open, and it would be like a dragon blowing fire, kind of. But friends out there that might have sleep apnea, you should definitely get one of these machines. The model I have is one of the newer ones. It was $2,700, but we have really awesome insurance, so they purchased it for us. Let's see, what else can I tell you guys? This video is about 10 minutes longer than what I thought it was going to be. I think that's it. I'm actually still waiting on my Visalis. I ordered it Wednesday, and it still hasn't come. The t-shirt got mailed on... No. My daughter's hitting my TV. No. Asa. No. Please. The t-shirt got mailed on Wednesday. Today's Saturday, and it's already here. My Visalis was ordered on Monday. It was supposed to be here Wednesday. It's still not here. And I'm not bad mouthing Visalis. There's been a whole lot of issues with the mail because of the storms back east and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure on Monday it'll probably be here. Just anxious to get started on the shakes because I entered my 90-day challenge as being Wednesday, and here I am on day 4, and I haven't even been taking the shakes. So really looking forward to drinking cake twice a day and eating healthy the rest of the time. This t-shirt is really comfortable. I don't even want to wash it because I'm afraid it'll shrink and then it won't fit. See you all later.